What's up, guys? It's Crazy Dirt Biker here to give you a VFT update. Another year has come to a closing for the Venus flytrap, and might I say it was a good one. As you could tell, half of it's died back. It's mostly black now, and that's normal. That's dormancy right there. That's a good sign that your plant's going dormant. You can tell all the leaves are off the trees, and just like the Venus flytrap, the same will go for it. It's pretty windy out today. I hope you guys could hear me. But yeah, a lot of people think these are tropical plants. I even did when I first started, but they're really not. What I like to do is, once I know it's completely dormant, pretty much all of this will die back and turn black, and that's how I'll know it's dormant. And once that happens, I'll put it in my garage where it gets no heat, but it definitely stays cold enough in there to keep it in dormancy once it's in that stage. And I force it into that stage by leaving it outside as the temperature drops when winter approaches. But once it starts getting, I don't know, everyone has their own opinions. They're pretty hardy plants. They could withstand it, but I like to bring them inside in my garage when it starts getting into the low 40s, 30s. I don't want this thing to get frosted. Depending on where you live, you could leave it outside, but you have to know your weather, your temperatures. You have to know what your winters are like. You have to know your Venus flytrap. Some people will leave them outside depending on where they live, and they will cover them with some kind of, maybe hay, or you could cover it with something just to prevent some frost. But if your ground freezes completely in the wintertime, I don't think I would leave it outside, no way. But as far as the refrigeration method goes, I've had some questions about that. I've never done it before, and the only thing I could say is, if you have to do that because you live in a warmer climate, I would only do it as a last resort, and make sure that your plant is completely dormant before you do that, which is kind of weird because that's the whole reason why you're putting it in the fridge, is to put it in a dormancy. But I wouldn't just straight up put it in the fridge because you might kill it. You want to slowly let the cold get to it before, it completely gets too cold and just kills it. If it just gets cold right away, it might kill it. You want to slowly do it. That's why where I live, it works out pretty well. I could leave it outside and then bring it in the winter. As far as the water goes, I keep water in there, but in the wintertime I water it a lot less, and I might even let this dry out in the bottom and let that stay dry for a week, and then maybe I'll put a little bit more in there and keep doing that, but I'll let it dry out completely. I like to water it from the bottom. There's a lot of moisture that gets held in this pot, so you want to make sure you don't overwater it too. But yeah, next year I gotta put this thing in a deeper pot because I've noticed the roots are coming out of the bottom, and that's not good at all. I'm gonna have to cut the bottom of the pot out and try not to harm the roots, transplanting it, putting it in a deeper pot next year. So yeah, that's about it. Just, if you're gonna do the refrigeration method this time of year, I would make sure that you slowly introduce it to it and try to get it to go dormant slowly instead of just straight up forcing it into it, because you'll probably kill it. But I've never done it before. I don't know. I've never really done that, so I don't know what to say. I guess that's about it. It was a good year. It multiplied like crazy. It's so much bigger than what it was. I'll split some more rhizomes next spring, I'm sure. I hope this helped anyone that had some questions. Trap life.